Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. Another great episode ahead for you. We're going to be talking about dance, a multimedia experience from Propeller Dance, which is featuring 3 videos, and each video is exploring mental health through dance. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to help you get better organized with Kathy McEwen, and Ottawa Experts with Barbara Balfour returns for its 8th season on March 2nd, right here on Rogers TV. But we start off with a very fitting way to wrap up Kindness Week. As you know, we talked about Kindness Week at the beginning of Kindness Week, which was last Friday. It's, of course, wrapping up today, and those random acts of kindness make such a difference. And one person that has been spreading kindness is my first guest, Shawna Thibodeau from Shawna's Outreach. Welcome to the show, Shawna. Wonderful to have you here. And I want to talk, first of all, talking about your personal experience. Tell us about when you moved to Ottawa and some of the challenges that you faced.
When I First, thanks for having me.
You're
When
welcome.
I first moved to Ottawa, I was alone with my son, and when you face difficult times, you look for places that can help you. And Also, volunteering is a great way to make contacts, make some friends, and learn about the new area you're in. So that's the first thing I did.
Yeah, and volunteering isn't new to you. This is something that you've been doing for a long time. You've won awards for your volunteer work. Where did that come from? Was it something that was sort of handed down from a previous generation in the family?
Maybe, but I was brought up that you work for what you need and what you want, and you work hard, and that's how things happen. So that's all I know.
Right. So let's talk about here in Ottawa. Shauna's Outreach here in Ottawa. Who are you supporting here in the community?
Basically, the focus of outreach is our homeless population, people living in shelters, people living in encampments or on the streets. Also, others who may be at risk of being homeless, people who are housed but can barely afford the roof, let alone food. And anyone else who's hit hard times, I will try to get food to them if that's something they need.
In your experiences, Shauna, speaking to people that have some of the greatest needs in our community, what are you hearing from them? Especially here, during the pandemic, I think there's been a bigger spotlight that is shone on people that find themselves in difficult situations and find themselves in that need support here in our community.
Absolutely. When COVID first hit a couple years ago, when things locked down, our homeless friends were some of the hardest hit. Anywhere that they would access to survive was taken away. You couldn't get to a bathroom. You couldn't get into fast food. The street traffic was taken away, so panhandlers weren't able to make that little bit of extra money to pay the gas bill or to put food in their belly. The foot traffic was gone. People were working from home. So outreach was there's many outreaches in the Ottawa area, and we were needed more at that time for sure.
You mentioned that you hand out items. So what kind of items do you hand out to people in need?
Pre-COVID, we would walk with a wagon full of all sorts of things. It was like a little Walmart on wheels. But because of COVID and trying to keep the distance and trying to be as efficient as possible, we put together bags with donations. And the goal of this bag is hopefully to get someone through one more day. I like to think that if they get through one more day, tomorrow might be the day they get housing, or tomorrow might be the day their family finds them. It might be the day they're accepted for rehab, or the day they get a job. One more day, it's hope. These bags allow me the chance to connect with people on the streets, say hello, say how you doing, anything you need that I might be able to bring next time I come by. People trade things for survival on the street. So this bag, it
Right.
has a mask so they can access stores if we give out gift cards, because gift cards is something I give out. If I'm donated money, that's where the
Nice.
cards go. And these McDonald's sticker cards are a great way to get to our friends. I also, when donated, I hand out cigarettes, because even the people who don't smoke, they will trade it for something to eat or a safe place to sleep. It's a different way of life on the street.
Yeah.
It's survival, and it's very basic. So if we can bring hope, if we can bring nourishment, if we can bring a human connection, then we succeed.
Shauna, what are some of the areas within the city that you find yourself visiting more often than others?
Uh, Obviously, in the market area, Bank and Elgin Street area, Vanier area. Of course, that's where most of the organizations that they can, the homeless or the people in need can reach. That's where the places are. So that's where you're going to find the people. So that's where I go. And recently, Chef Rick from the Mission opened his own restaurant on Rideau Street, and I give
Yeah.
out cards for a breakfast at Chef Rick. So I think that's a great thing too.
Well, yeah, Chef Rick's what a great initiative. We've had Chef Rick on the show, and just amazing how successful that program has been. Speaking of success, let's talk about how successful you have been, and the success of the type of community support that you've received. Obviously, we want to reach out to members of the community and tell them how they can help you help others in the community. How can people do that?
I don't have a website. I simply have Facebook and Instagram. We've always believed that if you spend money on anything else, that money could have been used to feed someone. So the Facebook page, Shawna's Outreach Ottawa. I added Ottawa because I had people asking for help from outside the area, and I felt bad that I couldn't get to them.
Right.
I have an Amazon wish list. People can order from
Okay.
that wish list, and it's shipped directly to my door. I keep the list updated according to the needs on the street, the seasons, and my inventory. I don't want to have 8,000 packages of Kleenex sitting in my house waiting to hit the streets, because I give what I get. So as soon as I get
Right.
something, it finds its way to the people who need it. There's no sense having storage. There's no sense having anything that can get out there. I prefer not to receive cash donations. I
Okay.
understand that's the only way some people can help, and that's great. I appreciate the money
Yeah.
because that's what buys these gift cards, clearly. But I prefer that people do the shopping themselves,
Yeah, I
understand why
appreciate
you're
Sean,
doing
I
it,
hate to
who you're
cut you
doing
off,
it
but we've
for.
run out of time. Appreciate everything you've
Oh,
done. Don't go away. We'll be back with more.